And with that, here we are at Big Bark Sports. I'm Drew Bereza from Big Bark Media. Joining me today is UW-Oshkosh, former UW-Oshkosh offensive tackle, Joe Blitstein.
Yeah, correct.
Nice. I had to work at that. It was very confusing to me right away. I know I already told him this, but you can't have Blitz in your name and be a tackle. Right?
Yeah, you can stop the Blitz. So.
Well, okay. Well, there you go. All right. So you're not like Johnny Kickstep. That would be a better name. Something like that. I don't know. Something like that. So anyway, Joe, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, man. It's awesome. It's super cool.
So you just wrapped up your last season of college football.
Yeah.
Right. So what led you to Division III UW-Oshkosh in the first place?
So I was assigned to a lot of schools, like a couple different levels, but what really brought me here was just Coach C's message. I know he's gone now, but like when he was the head coach and when he was recruiting me, like just how brutally honest he was. It worked with a lot of the things I was raised, and I was like, all right, well, I want to play for someone who doesn't blow smoke, and he just tells you how it is. So I appreciated that, and I came here.
I mean, that's a good quality. You don't want to have someone give you false hope, right? Because in a lot of youth sports today, where you got recruits being like, "Hey, come here, we're going to give you a starting spot," and it's like, really? I mean, so I think it's refreshing to have a coach being straightforward like that. So let's go back past UW-Oshkosh. Where was Big Joe, Little Joe? Where did Little Joe start his football career?
Littler Joe, because I don't know if it was always.
All right. I relatively speaking, Little Joe.
I mean, I started playing when I was in third grade in Vernon Hills. It's like halfway between Six Flags and Chicago. And I was a big kid, so I was playing with like fifth and sixth graders. So I've always been like an old lineman. Some kids are like, oh, I played fullback, I played linebacker. I'm like, no, I played guard and tackle my whole life.
So in third grade, you guys had lines? Was it flag football? Or?
No, I played tackle football with fifth and sixth graders as a third grader. Still had the double stripe, couldn't touch the ball, couldn't do anything fun. That was it. Born in the trenches, I guess.
So they take littler Big Joe, who's a third grader, say, go play with these fifth and sixth graders, go block.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy to me. Just like, hey, oh my gosh. So even back then, even third grade Joe couldn't be the glory boy, couldn't
No.
You're not Mike Vrabel getting a tackle eligible, dancing. Well, he was
Nothing.
Technically he was a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
But having that aspect, did you ever want to get your hands on the ball?
No, I mean, back then I wasn't very coordinated, so I think it was best for the team if I just stayed away from it. Just let me hit somebody and let me just run forward and block, and it's kind of.
So from a coaching perspective too, they appreciate the refreshness of you being that honest.
Yeah.
You're not walking in being like, no, I can do this. Give me the rock. I saw Fridge Perry do this in 1985. Sorry, I'm an old guy, so I'm going to reference old things. But having that jumping over the line. Did you know that they didn't even let Walter Payton score a touchdown in that Super Bowl? Can you believe that?
No, I mean, he's the best. And my dad says he's the best running back on earth and in heaven. So
there's so much truth in that.
Yeah. So
dude didn't get in the end zone.
No.
Ditka. Unbelievable. Typical Bears people. You're a Bears fan, aren't you?
Bears
I knew that was coming, right? I'm just sitting there going.
1985 as much as you want, because that's all we have.
I was going to say that's all you guys are talking about.
Okay.
So I got you. I understand that. All right, so let's jump into your UW-Oshkosh career. You had, your playing career. Obviously, 2020 a shutdown year.
Yeah.
So let's start back to your first year there. What was your first experience on campus? Here we go.
So I got here in 2015. So I was one of the 7-year guys. So I got here in 2015, and it was there's a lot of good players, and I gray shirted. I went through that process, and it was probably what's best for me. Developed athletically, set myself up academically to graduate, and I really needed that year to come back. Unfortunately, I got a little injury here, just from playing offensive line since third grade, you get a little bit of wear and tear in your body. So it was a good time for me to kind of recover and just get back into let's just make that transition from college football, because the high school I played at wasn't necessarily setting me up for success at that next level.
All right, so let's brag a little bit. Tell me the accolades that Joe had at UW-Oshkosh, or even get back to high school. Any.
No, I haven't won anything. I got a chip on my shoulder, and I just want to play football. I haven't won anything, and that's cool, because I came here and I played the best football I could, and I'm around great dudes. I play in the best conference in Division III, and I'm okay with that, because it's just going to keep me working. That's really all I have.
And there's definitely something about that too. In seeing how hungry you are to be there, and you're done with college, but you're not done.
No, football is something I want to do my whole life. I knew it from the time I played guard as a third grader until I took my last snap as a tight end as a tackle. It's something I want to do, and it's just I'm going to ride this train until the wheels fall off.
What kind of steps are you taking next?
right now it's just all about developing to what it takes to that next level. Work on that foot speed, work on that strength, work on the power. Just keep learning and not shutting my mind off. Just keep going forward, because as soon as you stop, you're going backwards.
Do you have any like specific goals as in aspirations? I mean, other things obviously than the NFL. We have the XFL coming back with The Rock running that. That'd be kind of cool to be a part of that. And that thing I thought was cooking along really nice before COVID shut that down. Well, the first time, but when COVID shut that down, because I thought it was doing pretty well.
I mean, I keep reading stuff online. They're talking about like a merger with them and the CFL to make smaller cities in United States that don't have a team. There's things like that. I don't know what's going to happen, but whatever opportunity's out there, like I'm not going to shut anything down. Like I'm just looking for a shot, and so someone's going to get a workhorse.
So you're open to anything.
Anything.
So like an indoor football league comes crawling.
Anything just keeps going, and it builds a resume, and it just keeps me playing, doing what I like to do.
Just so you know, if an indoor league comes and says you can play tackle for us, they're lying, because they don't have them. Right? They got 3 down linemen. If you're a starting tackler tight end for an IFL team, I'm sorry, you really don't have a job.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, but something like that, and they got and the indoor rules are different too. I mean, how is that something you think you'd be able to adjust for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's anything that you're gonna do at any next level, no matter if it's playing at a college, go to the NFL, playing at a high school, going to college, playing at a college, going to the CFL. Anywhere there's gonna be a learning curve. So it's just what you have to learn. It's not a lack of learning curve from one level to another. It's just what you have to learn that's different.
What are you kind of doing to take those steps to get in front of those people, the recruiters, the coaches, the owners for those groups?
Well, first off, I'm here, so we're doing this. We're gonna send this out, and hopefully, I compiled a nice little highlight reel. Just right now, I'm just going through each website of every team and every league, and I'm just getting who their scouts are, who their director of player personnel are, and just sending out emails. Just doing it like trying to go to college. It's the same thing. It's just that grind, because it's what I want to do, and it's how I'm going to get there. It's all on me now.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad we can help you in these little steps like that. So, Joe, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Big Bark Sports. We'll catch you next time.